so that we don't have Excel sheet recordings. Okay, so now here, first of all, what I need to do, I need to go here. I need to create an particular project. So with Maven or with whatever the things you wanted, you can create on this one. So this is what our rest assured the trading session video, the project. So I'll try to use the same project over here. So here, so first I'll be clicking on the pom.xml file, and you see here in this particular jar files, we don't have the py files till now here. So now this framework consists of, okay, not framework, this project consists of Maven. So by seeing this one itself, you can easily understand this Maven. And when you have been seen it to run as, and then we can run this one as a Maven project. And let's see in the POM, so what are the other things we have been added. It have the rest assured, it have the testng integrated, and it have the JSON path. Let me try so to explain the both the accessing of Excel sheets and then accessing of JSON file within the same project. Okay, now what I'll try to do, I'll try to create a new class here, and then I'll try to name this particular class as working with Excel, so that it would be much more easier for us to understand, right? So working with Excel. Now I'll just click the finish. I created the class. Now I wanted to work with the Excel, but I didn't till now imported that particular uh, uh, dependencies into my project, right? So now what I need to do, so I need to just go here. I need to fetch this particular dependency file from the file. So now usually I don't want to take it from here, because for this one I do have my basic repository, Maven repository. I do have it, right? So I'll just click this one. I'll go to this Maven repository, and then here I'll search for the py jar files. Okay, if you see here, this is what the first thing we got it. So Apache py, you have it. So now just we can click on this Apache py, and then this, it was clearly saying that this is an Excel library, and then we do have the latest version of this. I'll copy this one and go back to my project, and here I'll be trying to add this particular dependency, Control A, Control Shift F. So now it was aligned, and then I'll save this one, and I'll try to update the project. Now what I have done, simple, I have been added uh, I have been added the py means py jar files. Now let's see what are the next steps we need to follow on this one. See, now the first thing is we need to download on this one. So now if you wanted to know about this particular jar file, what is this exactly, this particular jar file is try to do is, it will try to read the data from the read and write the data from the Excel sheet. So this is what we will be trying to do it with the help of this particular Apache py. This is one of the basic question also in interview. So how you with what library? There are many libraries, by the way, and actually there are many advanced libraries in terms of for this Excel also. Recently we have also used in one of our projects. But why I'm not taking that particular things is that is very easy to implement. So I don't want to give you the easiest things. If I given you the complicated thing, so that learning other things will be much more popular, much more easier. And moreover, this py is more popular. That's where I'm trying to show you on this one. Okay, so this library is capable to read and write in the XLS and then XLSX. So means it was saying that we do right, in 2000 till 2013 it was saves the all, before that one it saves all the Excel sheets as XLS, and then after that one it will try to store the XLSX also format. So both the formats it can be able to store and then play around with that particular files. Now first we have been implemented this one, and this is the way to download and then keep it. So we don't want that particular downloading, because all this we have been used the dependencies. So once we use the dependencies, we no need to do this one. So before, if you don't have this Maven, at that point of time, what we need to do is we need to go to this org, the Apache org, download these particular files, unzip that particular files, and then come here and then go to the build path. Do you remember, right? So how we have been added our external libraries. We need to come here, go to the build path, configure the build path, and here we will come and then add the external libraries. As here we will store that libraries, add to the project. But as we have been added in the Maven dependency, by default the POI files has been added. If you see here, so POI jar files are added. So that is what the best advantage of Maven. So by if we add that particular dependency, it has been downloaded. All the latest dependencies we have been downloaded. So step number one, what we have been done. So first identifying the libraries for which we wanted to work on with the Excel sheet. Step number two, added that particular dependencies to the project which we have been done. If you wanted, you can create a new project and do it, or you can do it in the existing project, Maven project also, so that it would be easy. For ease of use, I was using the same project to explain on this one. Hope this is clear now. And this particular library, what it will do, it will try to read the data and write the data into the Excel files. So that is what we have been done. Now, so here we need to know about few things before you perform this particular read and write. So now when you are trying to, this is what the code for this, the implementation. So now before reading and writing this one, we need to learn about few terminologies for the POI. And there is a disclaimer. This these things you need to know only if you are trying to use the POI libraries. If it is not, then it is not really required. Okay, now let's see. So how these things are there. The first thing is we will be having a workbook. Means when you open a particular Excel sheet. Now let's open the Excel book. Okay, so now I wanted to open an Excel. So now this we will be calling it as an Excel book. And once you open this particular Excel book, you will be having the multiple sheets. So these are the multiple sheets you wanted to create it. So this would be sheets, and this complete book will be calling it as a workbook. Okay, so now because you need to understand what it was trying to do. So first it will take the workbook, and then it will have a sheet, and it will have a row, and it will have a cell. So now you know, right? So this is the rows, these are the multiple rows, and this is what the cell values which we wanted to take it. So now we understand what it was trying to say. So here and one more thing. So whenever you we are trying to play around this particular workbook, so they have been actually if you see here, he has been shown in the code. So this is the interfaces. Means they, if you use this particular POI files, in the POI files, I'll show when I was writing the code also. So those are the interfaces they have been created for this particular workbooks. And once on this particular workbooks, they have been created the classes also for this one. So now the workbook class, worksheet class, row class, cell class. And what this means is, so these particular classes are implementing these particular interfaces. Okay, don't get worried. So as of now, you need to understand that. So there is a workbook, sheet, row, cell. And for this one, we will be having, these all things are implemented into an interface, and respective class files are also there. Now, let me first, as soon as I have been created this, right? So let me create some data over here so that it would be easier for me to do that. Now, what I'll try to do, I'll write the names here, and then I'll try to write the cities over here. Okay, so I don't see, this is what the confusion. Always you need to be cautious from which sheet we are trying to run. So this is the name, and this is the city which we wanted to use it. Okay, so the name and cities are here, and here I'll be giving it as press 1 because it is easy for me to drag and drop. So that's where I have been given it. And then the city is what I can write, something else. Kerala. Okay, I think this would be the state, right? I have been given it as state. Okay, now when I have been clicked on this, I wanted to have the number, so that rather than having a different numbers, I'll be just dragging and drop. So now my sheet is prepared, and for this particular sheet, okay, let me name this sheet also. What I'll test data sheet. Okay, so I have been given the sheet name too. So now I created the data and the sheet, and I have two columns. One is state and then name. So I'll just highlight that particular data also for this one. Okay, now my test data sheet is ready here. Now I want to see now what I need to do. It need to open this particular Excel book, and once it open the Excel book, it need to come to this respective sheet, and it should able to get me this respective individual values. So this is what it need to do now. So now I save this one, right? So I clicked on it, and then what I'll try to do, oh my god, every time it was interrupting me. So here what I'll try to do, here I'll keep the name, I'll change the name, test data workbook. Okay, so I just written for this one. Now what I need to do, so I'll just go back to the implementation part. First of all, what I'll try to do is, I'll take this all, control A, copy. I'll just come here, and as working with the Excel sheet, it will throw me an error. Okay, let me do that. Oh, what happened? Right, copied all. Mm, okay, I'll copy from here. So go back to this, control A. Okay, not control A. Okay, so in the meantime, I'll get my package name, or else it will throw me an error. And even I need to change the class name. Don't worry, I'll I'll explain line by line. So I'll just come over here, and I'll try to change this one name to the working with the Excel sheet. And what else? Why it was throwing me before this the error? The quick input that cannot refer the XFF. Um, okay, if I remove this one, so is it impacting anything? So is it impacting my input workbook? Let me import this. It was not able to use this one. I think this is an older code, so that's the reason it was not able to access my data. Okay, then I need to get the code from the project. I'll do one thing, guys. So I'll get the real-time implementation of this, because the jar files, this is the latest version of the jar file. So here it is not supporting for this particular workbook jar files. I'll try to get that particular jar file, whatever the latest supported for this one, and then I'll try to show you the example. And actually, if you see here, this would be pretty simple. So what? Okay, I'll give you the overall gist as of now, and then tomorrow I'll show you the implementation of this. The first thing is we will be trying to create an file object. So this particular file, if you see here, this file object is from basically from Java. It is not from any other thing. So now with the help of Java, we will be having a file class. And what we are trying to do is we will be trying to create an object for this particular file class. So this is what the first step we will be trying to do. Actually, this is a very detailed level steps. If you see this 4 to 5 steps of line, I can create in a single line of code. Okay, just park this one, guys. I'll show you this one tomorrow, because I implemented in the real-time project. So where we do have done it within 3-4 lines. This, I think it is